Welcome to the Know It All podcast or TKA podcast. This is episode 31. Terrence couldn't be here, further known as T Baby or Wrestling Geek. Go ahead and follow that. We'll make sure he put it in the description below. He's on a fast from secular music right now. So I'm going to be doing the host for the music for a little bit. And we have some familiar faces. We have Roy, ex Crown Royal, Instagram right there. We have Khalil, Sauce Boy Khalil. They've been here before, so there's nothing new. And we got a we have a music video today. We're going to talk about the Metro and Future album, "We Don't Trust You," and we're going to further put that into the Kendrick diss as well. I'm sure that's super highlighted right now for a lot of people. So I guess y'all want to start with something before we dive into it.
Nice to
Good.
chop it up
Cool.
with the guys.
All right, so let's do this. I want to save the diss for last. So, Roy, how are we feeling about the album so far? After what? The weekend, I guess. Yeah, the weekend.
Yeah. So I listened to it twice all the way through. Um, and yeah, like me and you already talked about it slightly, but honestly, I was expecting more from Future in a way. Like it's not like he wasn't doing his thing. Like he was doing what he typically does, but I don't know. I was just expecting a little bit more from Future on Metro beats um, in general. Um,
Yeah,
but the production is amazing. Metro always gonna do what he needs to do. Um, so yeah, the beats, every single beat, I'm like, if it wasn't just Future on it, or if it wasn't primarily Future, I could see multiple like different people going crazy on some of those beats. But Future wasn't trash. It just didn't really do it for me. I say.
yeah. I mean, well, first of all, this is the segment we call Don's Drink of the Day. Y'all been here before. This is my bourbon, Woodford Reserve. I want to get out of the way. What we got in there? The ice, right?
Yeah, we got it was lemonade, but yeah, it's ice now.
Bet.
Man, should have had my drink.
He ain't got no Taylor Poe on him.
Not on me. I got a few. I got like 6 bottles of wine in there though.
Sheesh. Okay, but yeah. To piggyback what you said, so my first listen was not good at all. I'll be honest. Because we spoke about it in the chat. My first listen was not good. I didn't listen to it all the way through, but I think I listened to the first like 6 or 7 songs, and I was not feeling none of them at first. But then I took a step back because I spoke with a good friend Tabari. I'm sure both of y'all know. Well, I know you know Tabari, but you know Tabari too, right, Khalil?
Yeah, he went to ASU, right?
Yeah, he was with
Yeah,
us most of the time.
yeah,
We
yeah,
was talking and we were like, sometimes we have to just sit down and give music a chance. Not everybody's just gonna be completely perfect all the time.
yeah.
So that's what I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it more. I'm not gonna say that it's just greatness ever, but I thoroughly enjoyed it more than my first listen. My first listen was bad. I didn't like it. I even didn't think the production was that good. But when I sat back and listened to it again, which I guess was yesterday, the day before yesterday, whatever, I enjoyed it. I guess for me, and this is why I wanted you, Khalil, mostly. Of course, it's good to chat with y'all, but you're a Future fan, so I guess for me, it's like we've had prior conversations. I never expect much from Future. Like I just really don't. I
Mm-hmm,
mean, I think his prime years have just, in my opinion, have already been there and done that.
mm-hmm.
So it's like for now, for me, it's just like I wasn't really expecting much. I just knew that it was going to be at least solid, if not anything, because of Metro Boomin's production. I think he's probably the best modern producer of our generation. I think he's the best producer right now. There's other good producers that don't have as much shine, but Metro is up there. He's number one for me in my book.
Mm-hmm.
So I still now, after hearing it more than once, it's still a few songs on there that are like, eh. But it's really just Future. I'll be honest, because Metro don't really have a bad beat on this album, and it's 17 songs. One of them is a
Yeah,
bonus track, so really 16. He really don't have a bad beat on it. Maybe some might be way better than others, or you might feel one, I might feel one, but I don't think we could all say like, oh yeah, this is a bad beat. I think it's that type of thing. It's just Future is not for me on some type of takes that he do.
yeah.
But overall, like He's cool, but they got another album dropping in 2 weeks, which we're gonna also talk about that. But
Future.
Future and Metro, they have another album dropping in two
Oh
weeks.
wow.
Yeah, it's
So
like a two-parter.
it's a two-parter. So
Mm.
just like how he did, shout out to my boy David, my cousin. He actually put me on game, and I didn't think about this. Remember when Future dropped Future? I think this was 2017 or something.
Yeah.
The next week he dropped Hendrix. So he's done this
Oh, I
before.
never peeped that until you just said that. I'm
I
saying.
never peeped it either. So February 17th, 2017 is when he dropped Future. And then he dropped Hendrix, literally a whole nother tape, February 24th, literally a week apart, 2017.
I
So
never.
Future Hendrix. So the Future's like the rappy cuts. Hendrix was like the slow melodic R&B cuts.
Yeah.
He
That's
blew he blew
so.
my mind when he said that because I was like, I was listening to these albums, but I didn't put two and two together.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of on that wave. They're not going to do
Yeah.
a week behind, but they're doing 2 weeks. I
Mm.
don't know what the next one is called out, but yeah, this one is We Don't Trust You. But yeah, all in all, I think it's solid. Do I think it's album of the year? No, because we still got Cole. We still got Bryson. I'm not gonna say it is album of the year. I'm just saying we still got Bryson.
Yeah. I'm waiting on him to drop that.
So I
Nah,
don't know
his
what
singles
to
is weak.
expect.
His singles is weak. I ain't gonna cap.
You like what was the one?
Calypso, bro. That shit right
Oh,
there.
I didn't think I heard
That
Calypso.
I haven't.
dropped.
Yeah. I
That
haven't
dropped.
heard it. Yeah. I
That
seen
dropped
him.
like last week. But it's one of those like you know island song, Caribbean type songs.
Oh,
But I
I was
don't
talking about
know.
Whatever She Wants. It's like really catchy. Whatever She Wants is
Yeah.
catchy,
It's catchy. I don't like it
but it's
like that
not
though.
to me. That didn't feel like Bryson.
Yeah, I think he's I don't know where I heard it from, but yeah, I think it was in a TikTok or on TikTok live or something that I was listening to him, and he was like he really don't like people always mentioning how they want him, kind of like to bring back his old sound because like that was like it sounded really good, but he said if he don't like really stand in the same place or like kind of like stand in the same sound because like he wants to keep like changing sound. 'Cause I think it's just like the purpose of him making music. Like he really like to I guess like move on and transition to
Yeah.
like new types of sounds and stuff.
I get
So I
it.
think
I
that's
get
what he's
it.
doing.
Just
Like,
make the shit.
I think he having fun. So I ain't even gonna lie. That's probably what this album is about, and I wouldn't even be surprised. That's why he probably
Oh,
dropped it.
I hope it's not. Oh
I
Yeah,
my
hope not. I
god.
mean, it could
yeah,
be new. It could be whatever. Just make it good, bro. Like,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
know
See,
Same.
that's subjective, but
yeah.
it's. I feel like if you listen to like the single that he dropped, like why would you make that a single, bro? Like yes, you drop whatever. What is it? Cause whatever she wants,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
whatever
that's
she wants.
like that's a whole different like people don't really. That's not really him or like what people are used to from him. But this
something totally different. Yeah,
yeah
I
this
mean,
Calypso's
when I
single
heard
is
it, I
not.
was see. We gotta hear Calypso after this because I don't even know what that sound like. But you said it's like Island.
I ain't even gonna lie. The
So
closest thing that they remind me of, whoa, remind me of is Wild Thoughts. Like it's I
uh
ain't
That's
gonna
the
say it's
closest to like
similar, but like
the
I think
vibe. Yeah,
yeah, like
Wild
kind
Thoughts
of
just got overplayed. It's not a terrible song. It just got overplayed, and
it's
I
not
just
yeah,
similar,
don't
but
like it.
yeah,
Wild Thoughts is like 60% Rihanna though, 40% Bryson. This is
True,
like
true.
all Bryson, and it doesn't hit
yeah,
nearly the
yeah. I
same.
So
get what you're saying.
okay, so I watched Twitch, and Bryson he Twitch streams once in the blue moon. Sometimes you just gotta have your notifications on.
Yeah,
And I tuned into this maybe a couple years ago where we were talking about this same thing. That's why I'm going to bring it up. Where people were like, Trap Soul, we want that Bryson." And he literally was like, "I'm not even in that same person that I was when I made Trap Soul. I was this, and this." So it's like, yeah, I get it. We can't expect you to. We all got to grow. We all got to evolve in some way. So I can't expect you to give us exactly a exact replica of Trap Soul. However, we speak about this all the time on our podcast. If you start that great, you have to stay in the same ballpark. I'm
You
not
gotta
saying you have to
maintain it.
automatically, but you have to be consistent. And Trap Soul was just too great, where True to Self just failed. Anniversary just failed compared to that. Like that's just hard to
Yeah.
compare to. So like now, this album is important to me. I'm gonna tell you why. It's a self-titled album.
Hmm.
Your naming is Bryson Tiller. So what are we getting out of this? I hope we're not getting a whole bunch of whatever she wants. I hope we're not.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
who
definitely,
is
I'm
Bryson
definitely,
Tiller? Who is Bryson Tiller?
yeah,
This
I'm
is an
definitely
important
the
album.
same. Yeah.
But let's save a little bit more for that at the end. Let's piggyback on a little bit. So Khalil, we went over a couple songs, a little bit of the Metro Future. I think we
Hmm.
did the Weekend cut. Well, Weekend was on the song, but
Hmm.
what's that song called? That's actually a really good song. That's one of my favorites. Young Metro, I think it is.
You
Which
Anyway,
talking
one?
about when with the
Oh no.
with the Weekend ad libs,
Oh
he
yeah,
wasn't on it, but he had vocals on it.
yeah,
Which we also, I think, I don't know. Weekend got an album and Metro is producing too. I don't know if they come out this year, but they've been working together.
yeah.
So album of the year, not for me, but it's solid. So how did you feel for the songs that we heard? And don't talk about the dish yet. We're gonna add that last. Just talk
Okay.
about the other songs.
Yeah, one thing I definitely did notice, and what I'm starting to realize, I think I don't know. I think that just like me, but I realize like when it comes to like Future and like Metro Boomin and stuff like that, I realized a lot of the times I like and that's what I realized from like the last time we talk, every time we talk about it, it's involuntarily like I really be really realizing I like a lot of the songs or most of the songs I listen to because of the beat. And I was really liking a lot of the beats and stuff. I can't even lie, like a
No,
lot of
that's really important.
yeah. Yeah,
Like
so
I think they're both important, but I think the production of songs, how it sonically sounds to someone, the frequency of it, or what type of instrumentation you have on it matters a little bit more than the lyrics.
yeah. And
So
I
it's
feel like
like,
yeah, nah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Yeah, and yeah, I definitely agree. So that's I can honestly say that was really getting my attention. And now that when I said, I was like, that's really what's been getting my attention is my whole life for real. But yeah, that like just for Future and Metro Boomin, like for them specifically.
I
And
mean,
yeah,
and they're a good duo too, though. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
so it's not like they
yeah,
haven't done work together
yeah,
before. He was on Heroes versus Villains. They had, I think, some on Beast Mode too. They've done stuff, so it's not like it
yeah,
hasn't been there. But of course, lyrics matter. Let me stop there.
yeah,
Lyrics matter, but for me, I'm at the point in my life where lyrics matter to the people that made it that. So that's the K
yeah,
Dots. That's the Kent. I mean, not Kendrick. The Coles, like the
yeah,
Jids. That's where I look for that. But when I come to listen to Future or whoever else I listen to, I'm not just completely dead set on that.
yeah,
So you have to differentiate too. But I still think beats and production matters in general because you got to
so
catch a beat. You got to catch
yeah,
people's attention too, though.
yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. Okay, and with the lyrics, I can't say it was the same. Like it was like like some typical that like a typical thing that Future would say, like what he's talking about and stuff. So I honestly could say like I'm not surprised by what he was talking about. So I would say like for me, I would say it kind of sounds like the same, kind of like
I mean,
kind of
Future has Future ever been regarded as like this great rapper though?
um
Like, has he? I
I
don't
would
think he's
say
ever been a great rapper. Like he's been cool. He makes vibey music. He has some bars with it like this and this, etc. But like he ain't never been no rapper to me. I'm not saying that he ain't got bars. I'm saying in the definition of what I consider a rapper,
yeah,
he's never been that to me, which is fine. Not everybody has to be that. Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, you have to be happy about what you're doing
yeah,
and make fun and have fun doing it. If he's
yeah,
doing it, that's really all that matters at the end of the day. But I'm saying, like, for me personally, he was never that to me.
yeah,
Even back then, he was never that to me. So it's like I didn't have high hopes on the rapping bar anyway. I
yeah,
knew that it was just gonna be very production heavy, which it is. It's very production heavy. And it's just gonna be vibes. And that's what Future does. Like he doesn't
yeah,
really do nothing that's crazy to me. I can't name not one song where he set a bar and it's like, oh, like, whoa. But it's not me saying that he just can't do nothing at all. And we never know. Maybe he could rap. He's just doing what he's doing. This is Future. This is his
yeah,
lane. But I didn't expect that. But I knew Metro was going to be able to do exactly what he needed to do, and he did it.
Yeah.
So
No, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I really I feel like that, yeah, like with Future, I definitely agree about him being in his own, like, his lane and stuff, and like what he talks about, and and the way he raps it. Because I like, when I don't know, I didn't even listen to the songs that you played yet, and I'm like looking at Gens, and I'm like, I'm kind of like getting, like, kind of just going by the beat, and I can know like the rhythm of how he gonna say the lyrics, and I was
yeah,
like,
so it's crazy because the reason why I say Metro is like probably the best modern producer of our era is
mm,
because he can still make a very cohesive, structured song, but he still adds a lot of synthesizers and elements in the song. And
yeah,
he's very classical. Well, you know he loves piano. We know that. We know that from 21 Savage. He loves piano regardless of what it is. If it be an organ, it don't matter.
yeah,
But he loves classical music too. And classical music is a huge influence on rap. And I don't know, a lot of people know that, but like there, we have the violins, the trumpets, like orchestra music. Like he loves that. So that's very heavy in here too.
mm,
But he always adds more elements to the songs. And that's why I really like. Not a lot of people do it. I'm not saying people don't do it at all. I'm not saying he's the originator. I'm saying the way that he does it, the uniqueness that he does it is why I think he's the best. There's one song on there that I'll play with you later that it sound like it could have been Zaytoven. I promise you. And you remember Zaytoven used to go crazy on the keys.
yeah, yeah. No, like, he definitely, like, that's him, like, pianos, like when it comes to like that type of stuff,
You
Zaytoven.
heard it before the tag that is Zaytoven.
Yeah,
And that sample is important, especially for the culture. Like that's important. And I think
yeah,
Metro has done that in a whole entirely different way. And he's picked up tidbits from a Zaytoven S from other people. Like he's really good at producing.
it's like,
It's
yeah,
not easy to do.
yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, he put his own little twist to that. Like he was able to, like, kind of put his own type of, like, sound to it. I think.
And Metro's very snare hi hat cymbal heavy. And what I mean
Yeah,
by that is he uses that a lot, but he uses it in a strategic way where unless you really listening to how he produces music, you wouldn't really pick up on it. But I've picked up on it because I am a producer, so I love the sonically sounds of everything. He loves cymbals, hi hats, and snares, and
hmm,
kicks. He loves
yeah,
those things. Just like Pharrell, you can hear a bass line from Pharrell and know it's Pharrell.
yeah,
You can hear something from Timberland and know it's Timberland, or he at least had his hand in that pot. So I don't. There's a lot of people that Metro's doing a lot that people don't do.
yeah. I can definitely. I can't even. I'm still learning, because I got to finish a whole nother video, but yeah, like with the producer part, yeah, like I learned, I'm kind of like, I say in the middle with Fruity Loops, because I watched the beginner video, but like I'm getting on the intermediate, and I definitely starting to pick up more on, like, that stuff, like the instruments and stuff you mentioned.
Yeah, it's just like with that. Since we were both computer science majors, let me put it in this sense for you. It's
Mhm.
like learning Python. Python is not hard to learn. It's just tedious. It's like learning a new language.
Yeah,
That's what beat producing is. Once you figure out, oh, this, and this, it's gonna all come together. All you gotta do is just play with it for real though.
yeah,
That's all you gotta
yeah.
do.
That's definitely true. Yeah, because it's so much. Like, it's like when you open up a Fruity Loop. Like, I was so intimidated by it. Like, bro, I bought that last year. Like,
Yeah,
I
because
bought
it's
it last year.
because their interfaces just look so complicated.
Yeah,
But once you really look into it, it's like, okay, it's really not
yeah,
that bad. That's why I said I started with GarageBand because GarageBand has a very simple user interface. It don't look hard to do.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
most of the time, that's what steers people away if it look hard or not.
Yeah, nah, because that definitely steered me away until I finally was like, man, like, I'm really serious about this. And I finally, did finish a whole 2 hour video, which took me about like 3 days and stuff. And I gotta finish another one when I kind of get more time to. But yeah, like like, I definitely can relate to that. And Metro being able to master like that is crazy. Like, him being able to master that and be able to make a full album like in production like that is crazy.
Now, this is a question I want to ask. I think we all listen to this album. What is this album that Hero? No, what is missing from this album that Heroes and Villains perfected, Roy?
Um,
And maybe that's a loaded question because Heroes
it's
versus
not.
Villain was Metro's, like that was his album. It wasn't really nobody else's. So
Yeah, it's not loaded. I don't think it's a loaded question. I just think it's like hard to compare just because this album is strictly Future and Metro plus, a few features as opposed to Heroes and Villains was like,
where it was a plethora of
Metro
people.
producing all of it, but it was like a plethora of people. And I feel like Metro tailored his beat and like chose who was gonna be on the song like almost perfectly and like they fit the song. But
That's true.
these songs, it's like Future, even if the beat is hard, which we all agree that most of these beats are hard as hell on this album. Future has to fit the beat. Like the beats, not I don't think the beats are tailored to Future. All of them, I think some of them Future's had to like mold his sound or like his flow to
Yeah.
match the beat. And like
Okay.
I think that's where it doesn't like connect all the way for me.
That's true. That's true. Because with that album, like you say, he could have used whoever he wanted to because that was his vision. And Heroes was really, first of all, had a crazy rollout. That was one of the best
Mm-hmm.
rollouts I've seen. That's
Mm-hmm.
just a great album. Actually, that album should have won album of the year, but I digress. And personally, me, but so let me transition a little bit then, and then Khalil, you can also answer this question. I want both of y'all to answer it. Do you think this pars up to anything that the work with Metro and 21?
you talking about we don't trust you?
I'm talking about they got what Savage Mode 2.
Savage Mode too.
Savage
Yeah.
Mode 2, boy. That was a
So what's the
crazy.
so what do we so the difference is Future then? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, nah, that's it's definitely a different sound. Yeah, cause Savage Mode 2, that was a crazy time. Like 2020 when he dropped that, that was boy. I can listen. I think I can listen to this whole
So
album like through and
so
through.
that's better than this album, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say like there's at least three to four or around three songs that I could like that I still play like that are
Yeah,
like really
Oh,
good
from
songs to
Savage
me
Mode
on
2.
from Savage Mode 2 as opposed to this one. There's none like even the Kendrick diss is like it's a good diss, but like am I gonna play this back like a month from now? Probably not.
yeah.
Well, we know the disc is advertising and is marketing. That's political. I don't
But I'm
think a
saying
lot of
like
people are
that
gonna.
goes
I don't think a lot of people are gonna listen to that disc a month from now. But maybe that's just
no,
me.
I'm
I'm
saying though
not.
that's yeah, no, I'm saying though that's one of the best songs on the album. So if one of the best songs on the album are not is not going to be played by the majority of people a month from now, that just goes to show you like the replay value, the amount of
Yeah,
hits
replay
or the
value
amount of
matters.
like the amount of solid good songs that are on the album that like stick out to people. I think that this album just lacks that a little bit. Like there's no like to me Cinderella is probably the single, but there's no other
Cinderella's
than that.
tough.
There's no singles.
I gotta listen
There's
to
no
that.
singles
Yeah.
Yeah,
other
we'll
than
listen
that.
to it after. It got Travis on it. It's so tough.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely got like
To
got.
me personally, that's like a flawless song to me on the album. And that's just how I feel about it. I really like that
I
song.
listen
I
to it
like what
again.
Travis did on it, bro. Like I really like that song. But I get what you're saying. I think the disc wasn't supposed to be something that was completely high regard on the replay value. I really truly think they got K Dot in there and said, "This is what you finna do. This is finna spark numbers. We finna get millions of streams just off of this song alone." I really think that was a marketing tactic. I'm not saying that he didn't
I
rap it. I'm not saying he didn't rap it, but I'm saying like that's all everybody is talking about. And there's
I feel like
16 other songs on that album.
they called him and like they called him for a reason, but I don't think they intentionally knew he was gonna go crazy like that in this. Like
Mm,
I don't know. I don't think it was completely intentional. I feel like they called him for a feature because it's like it's K Dot. Who don't want a K Dot feature? But I'm not sure they knew he's gonna go in there and do that. But I don't want to
See,
get too ahead.
you have a valid point, and of course, we ain't speak from the horse's mouth. We ain't gonna know. But this is what I will
Yeah.
say: the reason why I feel like it was strategic because Metro don't like Drake. Y'all saw the shade that he did with the Heroes versus Villains versus what was it? Her
Yeah,
loss, her loss, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Metro and Drake don't like each other. K. Dot, Drake don't like each other.
Now
Now
Future and
the
Drake
future
got some
part
type
was
of.
iffy to me because I thought they was cool,
Yeah.
but you obviously not cool if you on a song with two other niggas that don't like you.
There's been a lot of stuff coming out about that, about
Yeah,
how what would
I'm
Pluto do? How what
yeah.
would Pluto do was supposedly a diss track,
What would Pluto
Yeah.
do was a diss track.
a
Now
subliminal.
I gotta
It's one of
re-listen
them.
to it.
It's
Wait,
one of
what?
them.
What
It's one of them
song?
Drake
That was
subliminals.
on For
What
All the
would Pluto do
Dogs,
off
and
of
he
For All the
named it
Dogs?
What Would Pluto Do? Pluto do.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I
That's what
So
they
what's
saying.
the
That's
so
what they
what's the
saying on
diss?
Twitter and stuff. They just
um
saying like it
apparently
was
yeah.
over.
I'm like,
Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
a girl. Yeah, like there was like how Roy was saying it was over a girl, and people were thinking that he was kind of like co-signing Future on what Pluto do, but like they screenshotted some of the lyrics and some of it since apparently it was over a girl. One of the lyrics I know it was a couple lines, but I know one of the lines um what would Pluto do? What would Pluto do? He fucked the hoe, so I did it. So I'm like, I don't know what the connotation that they
I
got
thought
from that,
I thought that was more of like
like a
see,
Yeah,
cosign.
that's
yeah,
what
that's what I
everybody
Yeah,
thought.
that's
thought.
what I
That's what
thought too.
everybody thought. But like
People
people are
are
coming up with
saying like
stuff.
allegedly it mean
But
like, oh, like he's they it was about the girl, so I guess they both hitting the same girl or something, and whatever grew from that, that's why he
Oh, so
said the
that's
line.
why
It
you
wasn't.
said what would Pluto do?
Yeah,
but
I think he
there's
was referring to
also
future. So when he said, I think yeah, he was already that was obvious, but um, yeah, like when he said, "What will Pluto do?" Like he fucked the hoe, so I did it. So it's like it sounded like they both doing it, like to the same girl. That's what I took from it. Maybe I need to do
What
more research, but
what were you saying, Roy?
so that's what I was seeing a lot of like because on Twitter it was just like Twitter be updating like they like people be doing trying to do research,
for
investigating shit
real,
and stuff. So, but so like that's part of it. What Khalil was saying,
I'm sorry for cutting you
and then
off too.
another part. No, you
You
good.
good?
No, you definitely good. A part of it was what Khalil was saying, and then another part that I just remembered I was seeing, and I looked at the lyrics. There's another track on "We Don't Trust You." I don't know if it's the first track or it's one of the tracks, and he's like, I think it's the first track actually, and they saying it's a Drake diss, like the it's basically. I wish I had the lyrics up right now, but it's a Drake diss, like
Mhm.
Okay.
so.
You say it's the first song
Yeah, it's the
on We
It's the
Don't
intro
first
Trust
song.
song
You.
on intro song. So look at the lyrics,
Oh,
and they
John
saying
Legend
that
is
that's
on it. That's crazy.
John Legend, We Don't Trust You.
Yeah, it got his name. I don't know if he's in the ad libs or what, but it's crazy that he even on it.
So he's starting off with saying hate written all over you, fake written all over you. Oh, oh.
that's what they said that was a Drake diss. Like that whole first verse is a Drake diss.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all. Do not listen to me. My bad. I'm still on Heroes and Villains. I ain't know. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to figure out. Like I hear you saying the lead. I don't even
You
see.
know
I'm see.
what? He's saying if Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Hmm. Yeah, that's Drake.
Mm.
Metro does not like Drake. He does not like
Why
Drake.
I ain't even gonna lie, like some of that stuff, like that's why I get so lost because I don't how did Future, I mean not Future, but how did Drake and Metro Boomin fall out?
I don't even know what the original fallout
Yeah,
was.
like wait.
I knew that it couldn't have stemmed from the tweet. I think something happened previously,
Yeah,
but
because that
the tweet
yeah,
was basically him saying how they, which, to be honest, Metro was not wrong. Her loss should have not won over that.
yeah.
That's just me. But that Heroes vs. Villain was a better album.
So her lost one
Did it
that was
win
a
something?
Grammy or something else.
I don't know what it won,
It
But they
wasn't.
but it
won
was
It,
something.
over
it yeah.
Yeah,
Heroes and Villains. Oh, okay.
yeah. So I don't know, but regardless, Drake is one of the most niggas that got the most like fallouts. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Cause I'm thinking, bro, Drake and Future is straight. They got
Nah,
this.
for real. Like, cause that I ain't even gonna
What a
lie.
time to be alive! Like, how you just gonna fall out of that classic album?
Yeah.
They
And they just
said
made a
they
whole
did.
they just made like two whole songs on I don't like you or something like
Uh,
that. What is the album called? I'm tripping. I be
Oh yeah,
you mean
Drake.
the
Yeah,
old Future album?
Tim's.
yeah, Tim's and I'm on one. Like they was
Waiting
on
for
two of
you.
them.
That's what I'm confused about. What were you
Yeah.
saying, Ray?
They said that the Drake and Future riff comes from uh, the Her Lost album, like the fact that Drake did the album with 21. That's what they're saying. Like this is all like what I'm getting from like I seen interviews that had like I forget what his name was. He's some rapper, who's cool with Drake and cool with Future, and he was saying like that's where it stemmed from, the
Yeah,
21 and Drake album, and then after that it just
So
became,
he can't do an album with
something
another
else.
person. I'm confused.
that's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to
I don't
figure
know if
out.
it was just the fact that they did the album together. It was some other stuff that went into it too. I
Yeah,
just can't remember off the top of my
nah,
head,
nah,
but
I get what you're
it
saying because I see the
stems
same
from that.
thing.
Okay.
But
Well,
they haven't made no songs together since. Like if you
since
notice,
that album, right?
they haven't made nothing together. They haven't dropped nothing. They was dropping consistently at least every year a track together or a feature. If one of them had a project,
And now
the
that you
other
say
was
it, that's
featured
true.
on it.
Yeah, now that you say that's true, and Future
Future
wasn't
was not
featured
on
on For All the Dogs,
For All the Dogs at all.
and her loss of that was him and 21 anyway. So
Yeah,
they didn't really have a lot of
but
features.
Travis was on. Yeah, they didn't. But I feel like Future would have been one of them features
Yeah,
because
Travis was
you
there.
know,
So something had to have stemmed before this, unless that was the killer. That the
I'm
her loss album.
I don't know.
You
I don't
know.
know if this is. I'm sorry. You still saying
No,
something?
no, no. I was completely appalled because
Yeah,
I was talking to my sister and she was saying that Future was dissing him too, and I'm like, damn, are you right? Well, like Future, then Future don't like Drake. I already knew Metro didn't. I knew Kendrick didn't. So that's why I was like, Future's in a weird. Before I talked to her, I was like, Future's in a weird spot because like two other people don't like your man's,
yeah,
and I'm like,
you know who really like, because I know Travis Scott like is still cool with Drake and all that. So it's funny because he was on the song too, and he probably knows Metro and Future don't like Drake, but he just in the middle, like, bro, it don't
he's
got shit
literally
to do
the
with me.
middleman. Travis is the
yeah,
middleman with a lot of people though. So
Yeah,
he's used to that role. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not even trying to be funny, but like Travis has done music with people that he know they don't like each other. So they'll probably do separate studio sessions because they don't like each other. But
yeah.
I was just confused. But now that y'all given me all that tidbit, then maybe all three of them don't like him.
yeah. And I seen. I don't know. I don't know if did I. I don't know if I'm delusional or what, but I think I seen where y'all probably heard about this too. But y'all heard the song with it was what was it? Was it Trance? I think
Oh,
Drake. I heard the
Trance, yeah.
Yeah, on TikTok, I heard the Drake feature, and I heard something about Drake was supposed to be on there, and I heard Metro Boomin mention. I don't know if that was an interview or what, but I heard him mentioning like he didn't put him on there for a certain reason. Like he just felt like like it just wasn't the fit, like it just wasn't the vibe for that song.
First of all, how long they been beefing? Because why would he even allow him to write a verse for that?
I think around that time, they weren't beefing yet. I just think like I think it was just like a thing where like a throwaway, like Drake,
What's to
he,
be honest,
he
he wouldn't have fit though. I'm
yeah.
hearing Trance in my head. I don't think Drake would have fit. I think that song was
Yeah,
perfect as it was.
yeah. That's exactly what Metro Boomin was saying. Like he was like it was good. Like Drake's verse was really good, but like he was just like it didn't really like it
What
was good
song?
how it was.
Which album are we talking about? What
Heroes
song?
versus
Heroes,
Villains,
villains.
Trance
Yeah, I was just saying that because
With Thug and Travis.
yeah, that's another thing I heard. I didn't sure I wasn't sure if anything still from that. I was just saying.
Nah, that's a good point, but maybe we'll make that a separate video about
Yeah,
Drake having all these ops. I don't understand how he do it. I really don't understand.
they just be waking up. Just everybody be
Cause
like, oh,
I
they
cause I saw it cause so this is the part what I'm ready to talk about. I first of all, for context, I don't get on TikTok other than our podcast page. That's the only one that I run. I have a TikTok, I just don't get on it. I don't have X or Twitter, whatever. I don't even have it. My account is deactivated. I don't even like Twitter. I haven't liked it for a long time. Me and Rory have had this conversation. I don't get on Twitter.
I don't
It's
like getting on it either.
Instagram. I get on it for mainly like talking to y'all or like looking at stuff or but I don't really do too much other than looking at sports stuff. So I was completely out of the loop.
Yeah,
So I didn't even know Kendrick was on this tape. So I heard it first listen without even knowing who was on it because the features weren't added. So I'm
yeah.
listening to it and I'm already like vibing. Then I heard Kendrick, and first thing I heard of was no, the first thing that came to my mind was something is about to happen because you don't just stumble upon Kendrick features. That does not happen. It's always strategic. So I'm like, something's
Mm-hmm.
about to happen. And then I'm like, okay. And then he started talking about first person shooter, and I'm like, boom, first person shooter. Drake, Cole, right? So I'm like, And then he said niggas clicking up. and I'm like, oh, so he coming at everybody.
Yeah.
And let's just do this because we all heard the diss. Was the diss phenomenal? No, it wasn't phenomenal. No, like a diss
It was good. It was good.
Y'all be so blunt. That just be killing me, man.
phenomenal. Okay, so like
Phenomenal was crazy, but
to me,
it
it
was
was good. But I'm saying like,
it was direct.
was it a 10 out of 10 to me? No, it wasn't. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 to me. I would have liked it if he rapped a little longer, because
Yeah,
he
nah,
only
yeah.
spoke about Drake. Really, them last few bars.
Yeah, it's kind of like you just stepped in and stepped out. Like you just
But I appreciated it because a lot of people still to this day doubt Kendrick. The amount of things he's done, they still doubt him. They slept on Big Morale on the what Big Morale and the Steppers. Am I saying that wrong? No,
Yeah.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Mr.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard so much hate about that album, and I'd be confused because I'm like, first of all, you listen to Kendrick. I don't know what you thought you was getting, but you're gonna get a concept album regardless of what it is. Dan was the concept album. Pimp Butterfly was like everything's almost a concept album. So like you have to be in the right mindset to listen to Kendrick, and I just feel like a lot of people in that generation are in that mindset anymore to listen to him. But he got a lot of hate for that. But he won a Grammy, I think, for
Yeah.
that album. So when I heard him on there, I'm like, okay, cool. This is gonna be a straight. But then I started hearing the dissing, the first person shooter, niggas clicking up, which is true. Like, when did niggas start clicking up? When did the best of the best start clicking up for real? Because correct me if I'm wrong. Like, Cole and Drake is the only one that's verbally I've seen just click up.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry.
No, I mean that's really just a question for all of y'all. Like, how do y'all feel about the top three rappers joining teams like they a duo? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Is the competition over? Like, is it
Yes.
are they
Yeah.
two buddy buddy? Like, what is it?
Yeah. So with me, yeah, like I was about to say something about that exact thing. Like when I heard the line, y'all know the line when J. Cole was like when they always talking about the big three, they always mentioning him, Drake, and K Dot. And I thought that was like a kind of like a thing where it's like a friendly competition, like y'all just kind of like kind of like
They
mentioning each
playful.
other
They playful.
in a cool way, like y'all cool, like all y'all doing well.
Which they are the big
Yeah,
three. We all gonna say that right now, right? They
yeah,
are the big three. We agree. Okay, but keep
yeah.
going.
So I'm like when it comes to them being the big three, I'm trying to figure out. First of all, I think it would make. I think I'll be able to like kind of figure like try to think what I think may have come from that is how Kendrick Lamar and Drake fell out because I thought like if J Cole and Drake is cool and they doing really well and Kendrick Lamar is doing really well and I haven't seen nothing where it's for any reason like publicly any news where they could have fell out. Why aren't they like together? Like what?
Yeah, so all I can tell you is I can't tell you anything specific right now. I would have had it pulled up already to give you like the tidbits of everything. But there's been sneak diss of Kendrick and Drake for years now in a lot of songs. It's just been for years now. It's just so subliminal. You literally have to look at the lyrics.
Yeah,
That's the only way you can tell. It's always been like that. So for them, it's just always been like that. For me, I knew they didn't like each other. Now, Cole is in a rock and a hard place right now because J. Cole don't beef with nobody. He mind his business. So I don't know what he does. Right. I don't know what he does after this.
He's going to come back. It's rap. He's gonna come back. Like J. Cole is one of those folks where I had no question. Like once I heard that Kendrick did J. Cole and Drake, I was like, okay, Drake is cool, but you dissing Cole, like Cole not gonna come back at you with
But what is there to
better
say?
with the same amount of bars, if not better.
But what is
It
there to
doesn't
say?
matter. It doesn't matter.
It's
It does
K
not
Dot.
matter.
Like,
J.
what is there to
Cole, that's
say?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because what is there to say about Drake? What is there to say about Cole? The
There's a
same
lot.
thing.
Hold on. I'll tell you what there is to say about Drake. That J. Cole, Kendrick couldn't pull this card on J. Cole. He pulled it on Drake for a reason. He's been doing it for years because Drake is not that great of a rapper compared to them niggas. I'm sorry, he's not.
J Cole and Kendrick.
Yes, he's not.
He's not. He's not on the same tier. No, he's not on the same tier as
It's
far as
S tier
rapping
and
goes.
A, and Drake is
Hit
A.
maker. Drake is a rapper. He's he. That doesn't mean that one. his disses are calculated. So his diss is
True.
gonna be like a diss and a hit. So not only is he gonna diss you in the song, but that shit gonna go number one on the chart. So, and he knows that. Drake knows that shit. So
And I'm glad.
he's
Yeah.
not really worried about it. But Cole, it's different. Like Cole is gonna lyrically the same way Kendrick can like dissect niggas lyrically, Cole can do the same shit. And like
I don't doubt that. Make sure I get this with the audience. Okay, I don't doubt what Jermaine Cole can do. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
you
he
say what
just
is there to
minds his
say about
business. Like he just minds his business. I just never seen J Cole in a diss mindset. That's all it is. I don't doubt that he can't do it. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm not
curious to see what it
he dissed
is.
Kendrick. You don't, I mean he dissed Kanye. You don't
it is.
remember the Kanye
I
diss?
didn't even get.
Yeah.
I be missing
When
so much stuff.
he
A
dissed
while
Kanye,
ago. It was one of the freestyles that he dropped, or one of the songs he dropped a while ago. I think it was before his last album. He had dropped
did
like
Kanye
a
respond?
slew of like. Of course not.
Because there's nothing to say.
He couldn't. Like, what is he gonna say?
Because I say this all the time. As much as people love Kanye makes great albums, I'm gonna make this quick. He makes great albums. Kanye is not a great rapper. I'm so very sorry to tell anyone that is a Kanye fan looking at this video. You can click away now. Kanye is a producer first. I'm sorry. He's a
He definitely is
producer first. I
first.
will never take his producer skills. He is S tier
his
producer.
older albums, his older albums had way better like lyrics
Yeah,
his
then his
more
new
recent
stuff.
albums.
Okay, so
But yeah,
you've
he's
seen
currently.
Cole in this environment before. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. You got to put me on game. I don't know that song, but this is what I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to say this real quick, then I'll let you say something, Khalil. You talked about Drake being very calculated. He's gonna make a hit and he gonna diss you. Um, Kendrick had a bar in here, but we were what song was that? Was that First Person Shooter where Drake was like, "I'm one something away from Mike."
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah,
beat
yeah,
it, pretty much. Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick said, "Where is it at?" I just saw it.
He
Oh,
said Prince outlived Mike.
Prince outlived Mike Jack, nigga bum. For all
That's
your
crazy.
for
I
all
didn't
your
even see
dogs
that.
getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. God.
The line
Oh my
the
God.
pet cemetery line that was hard. I ain't even peeped that one that before that you just said until he said that.
So basically he's saying, yeah, you might got the hits, you might got the accolades, but I'm finna outlive you. Cause Prince outlived Mike. And he means literally, which is crazy to think about. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That was like the hardest bar to me when I heard. And then he said for all
Me
the
too.
dogs K9. I said, oh my god, this man's going crazy. I don't know, bro. I think Drake is just gonna look at this and he's probably gonna be as calculated as you say.
Well, yeah, I went to his concert yesterday, and
Oh yeah,
Drake.
that's
it's
right.
been going around. It's been going around on Twitter, like something he had said during the concert. He was just basically like, um, "I'm gonna stand 10 toes down, like with my head up, my back straight. Ain't no nigga on this planet that can fuck with me. All that shit." But
You went to that concert?
He went to a concert
yeah,
yesterday. Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah, nah, that's yeah. I know exactly
yeah,
what you were
and I
talking about.
figure actually it's crazy that you're saying this because I thought to ask you earlier because I'm like this dropped Friday and you just was at a concert. So did he say something? But
yeah.
yeah,
He mentioned, yeah.
Yeah,
He
nah,
didn't
he
say it
definitely did
directly,
say
but
that.
everybody knew he was talking. He was talking about that.
I mean, but you can't out rap him. So what do you do in this situation other than being calculated? Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
that's another thing.
if he drop, yeah,
No,
if he,
my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off.
you know, you get if
You
he
said if
drop
you,
like A tier, if he drop A tier bars and this shit's a hit, I feel like that overrules a S tier like diss from Kendrick because it's like everybody knows what's Drake's ceiling at this point. Like everybody knows this man is not a better lyricist than Kendrick, but it's
Yeah,
like
that's not. Yeah,
if you
everybody knows
can
it.
everybody knows it. It's like only delusional Drake fans don't believe that. But if you can, if he knows this, like I'm sure he knows it himself. So if he knows this, he knows like I can rap, but like I'm also a hit maker. So stay in my lane. Get a few good jabs in, but make a hit at the same time. I feel like Not only you
It's gonna
making
blow
money, but
away. You're right. Yeah,
you proving that you're not backing down.
yeah, it's gonna blow away. You're right. Cause I mean, he probably telling everybody, yeah, ain't no dude can f with me, but he know in the back of his head, bro, Kendrick, bro, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Like
I seen somebody quote that video that was like Kendrick got him giving himself
he
self
said, I ain't
affirmations.
gonna lie, I'm cooked. But I'm
That joke
very
was
interested
funny.
to see what Cole's gonna do because Cole don't. Cole just be chilling, bro. I feel like
I
he
ain't
don't
gonna
get
lie,
messed
he
with
be chilling.
until he get messed with. That's how I feel.
He do be chilling, and he do.
That,
He'll
that the
respond
perfect
like
Yeah, the
Man,
perfect scenario for that is when young boy had dissed him. I'm like that was like random.
but that was so weird because like, what do you even get out of that?
Yeah, like that was so random. I'm like, what like how they not even the same in the same.
Cole spared him to the point where he said in the song, "I want to go talk to him." Didn't he say and meet him and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, cause he didn't even want to do it to bro. Like,
And look when Lil Pump dissed J. Cole too, like he was like, what
he
like
sat down and had an interview with the dude. Like, like it was not even
like
worth his
people really
time.
be hating on that man. He don't be doing nothing to nobody.
But he would. It's like hating on somebody talking so much crap, and then he just be like, "Yeah, let's just go. Hey, let's talk about it. Let's have it, men. Let's go have some dinner or something." Like
Yeah, because like what's really going on?
he had a whole podcast with Buddy with Pump. I remember watching that, and I was just sitting there like,
That was the
"Bro,
point.
what is going on?" But Cole in his head, like he not even finna waste his pen on y'all. Like this, y'all in a whole different stratosphere to me. Like,
Yeah,
what are we talking about?
yeah.
And the last thing that I wanted to say, we talked about them clicking up. Kendrick said, "Big three, nigga, it's big me." Man, I don't know.
Yeah, that like his whole verse that was hard, and I'm not gonna lie.
The Andre 3000 bar was hard too.
Yeah,
I remember it, but I have to read it. But nah, bro, like it was a good diss. I'm not saying it wasn't. I just think what is a 10 out of 10 diss to y'all if y'all can name one. I remember the Drake Meek Mill diss being really bad too, but I don't know.
uh, I'm
I
not
can't
even
name
gonna
none off the
lie.
top of my
There
head.
wasn't really a lot of disses. Oh,
Yeah,
the Nicki and Meg diss was just funny. I don't think we think there was really like
That don't count.
10 out of 10.
I
It
don't
was
count
just
that.
funny.
yeah. I can't even really think because I'm
she
not even gonna.
she called her Bigfoot. she said
Nicki
get up.
Minaj called Meg the Stallion Bigfoot.
She
What?
said she said get up on your good foot because she got shot in the other foot. Bro, that is crazy to me, bro.
She said that in a song.
Yeah,
That is crazy. I never knew about that. That's crazy.
it's
That's
hilarious,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah,
It's
that's nah.
hilarious.
That's wild. That's a wild thing to say.
Nah, but Khalil, you got to check out the bottom half of the album.
Yeah,
So you'll see like more production heavy that we're talking about.
yeah,
But that's why I wanted you a part of this episode because I know how much you like Future. So,
yeah. Yeah,
um,
from what I heard,
yeah,
it was good. Like it sounded future like. And I know since Metro Boom was on, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I definitely
I will say that it's Future like, but it's not like a Future project that didn't have Metro involved. Like
yeah,
You hear Metro. Metro's almost like an artist.
yeah,
He's not rapping, but when you hear it, you know it's him.
yeah,
That's what I appreciate about it.
yeah. Cause yeah, it's like with it was I seen this on Twitter, but like nah, they definitely had a point. That was like with the song we had all them like the trumpets and stuff. What was that song called? Like that? And
Yeah,
it's
like that.
yeah,
That's
when he
when I
had
was
all the
telling
beats
you.
and stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was somebody said on Twitter that was like he like dissing Drake like sonically, like how you said earlier, like from all the beats and stuff, because it was like so much that
Yeah,
he
bro,
was
he was
like
going
you can
crazy.
literally hear him, but like he just not speaking like English,
That's
like
what I'm
he's speaking
saying.
in yeah.
That's what
So
I'm
I
saying,
definitely
bro.
agree.
The
Yeah,
trumpets that he did, it wasn't a regular trumpets. Like bro, I can't even explain
yeah,
it. I can't even explain what he did. That's how I was like, I know it has to be on a whole nother level. I can't even
yeah,
explain how he did it. But so you said, wait, let's rate the disc from 1 to 10 real quick. We can start with Roy. What do you think?
Yeah, I give it eight. Eight, eight out
I'll
of
give it
10.
eight too.
uh
I would have gave it a 9 if it was longer.
I'm not even gonna lie. Nah, actually, now that you said that, you have a point. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I really, I haven't heard. I haven't listened to Kendrick Lamar in a good minute. But I always knew he was a great rapper. But like when I heard his verse, I was like he just really snapped. And I'm not even gonna lie, it was short. That's the one thing. That's the only thing I can say about it. So I would say 10. I just wish it was longer. I just wish it was longer.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard first person shooter, I already knew it was gonna be something. But and then I was like, he
bro. And
this
I
cold.
hate,
Go ahead.
not that I hate that song, but
Oh, I
like
do.
I don't like I like Cole's part, and Drake just comes and messes up the song.
Like what? Biggest the
Like
what?
he just
Biggest the
comes and
what?
messes up the song. I'm like, bro, okay, it's gonna be a good
In
bar
the
for bar
Super
song.
Bowl. Oh
Yeah.
God, bro.
They
Like,
be that's what we I was talking about. They making a hit. They try to put the little hooks and stuff in there.
bro. And then what you? Well, I don't think a lot of people realize, and we're gonna close up in a little bit. Kendrick mimicked the biggest the what on that disc. He
I
mimicked it.
didn't even hear that, bro. What? Like,
We're gonna
I got
I'm gonna play it again, but he mimicked it. Like
yeah,
he made
I
that ad lib.
yeah
He
yeah
mimicked it.
yeah.
And then he called him a bum.
Yeah, yes. It's like
It's
every
funny,
time
bro.
you explain, like that's the third time because like, I remember what he said, but like now it makes sense because I know exactly what you're referring to.
Yeah, his flow was that like, which was so funny. Like he ripped y'all and he copied your flow. And he don't even like you. So you know how much you ain't gotta like someone to copy their flow? Like, bro. But yeah, so you said you said 10 or 9?
I'll say 10. I just wish it was longer, but I just really liked it. I haven't heard it. I haven't, but I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to Kendrick in a minute, but I
Yeah,
know he's a great rapper though. He
yeah,
always been a great rapper.
yeah. Does anybody have closing remarks on the disc or the album itself, or what are you expecting from the album that come out in 2 weeks?
I'm not even gonna lie. For me, I'm like this has really made me like I'm finna be on Genius for a minute.
I'll make this quick because yeah, I want to hear what y'all got to say. I don't know what to expect from the album in 2 weeks. To be honest, I don't know what to expect. I would hope it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to expect. To be real,
What do you rate the album so far, Don? Or after the second listen?
uh, I want to say 8, but then I think about albums that are at 8 to me, and it's not there. At least not yet. So I would say like a 7.
That's high for you though. But
I would say
yeah,
like a 7.
I asked because I asked because that's going to determine like your expectations also for the next one. But this one didn't really meet my expectations anyway, so I'm figuring that the next one should be better for me personally because I don't think it could get worse. I don't think it's going to get worse production wise, and I just pray that it's like better as far
It
as
can't be another
lyrics
rap
and
album, can it?
flow. It
I
can.
hope.
I feel like it really can. It probably is. I don't believe that Measure is gonna produce a whole.
Wait,
I
so this
mean,
whole album is
it'll be
straight.
surprising.
Hmm.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, bro.
No, I think he was just saying it was surprising. But what were you finna ask?
So this whole album is straight raps.
It's one song that's a
Mm,
little slow, but yeah, every
Oh
song is
wow.
rap pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna say. I hope that one kind of got a mixture of
I
certain
mean, I
things.
only asked because he did Future in 2017, and then he did Hendrix. So
Yeah.
I
yeah, I
mean,
don't think it's gonna be of that
Metro
same.
produced both of those completely.
I don't know. I don't think so at
Oh,
all. No,
okay.
I don't
but
think it's gonna be like that.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it.
okay. So, uh, yeah, I don't know what to expect, but I do give the album a 7 out of 10 to answer your question. I don't know what to expect though. I really don't. But yeah, do y'all have anything else to add?
I definitely finna listen to it. Gonna be on Genius.
Well, after this, we're gonna listen to Like That one more time if y'all got
Yeah,
time. And then we can listen to Cinderella because Roy said he wanted to hear that again. I think.
yeah.
Um, But yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning into episode 31. All of our personal Instagrams are below. So S Crown Royal, Don Kings, Sauce Boy Khalil, right? Is it Sauce? Okay.
Mm.
Our TikTok is Know It All Podcast. Yeah, I think that's right. We'll make sure all the descriptions are in below. And our Instagram is Know It All Podcast YT. That YT stands for YouTube. If y'all don't know that, so please like, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Episode 31. Please continue to look out for music, gaming, sports, whatever related. Tune into us. Send it to your friends. Send it to your family. And we appreciate the support. And we out.